March the 7th, 2023. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses. We just keep showing up. It's like, what happened with those guys? I don't know, man. They just kept showing up. So one day, I just realized they're just always here. But thanks, Chris, for filling in for me a few days recently, and probably be filling in a few days over the next couple weeks as well. As I'll be traveling a bunch, so have to see how that all works out, and maybe more of a more permanent thing a few times a week. So we shift the formats around, tinker with some things, if you will. Tinkering. Tinkering. Never. It always sounds different when we say it, you know? It's like it could be like some science movie. It's like, I've been tinkering with this for weeks. It's like we say it, it's like it sounds like it's something else, you know?
Yeah, we say it, we get reported to YouTube.
It's like it gets censored, you know? It's like tinkering again. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Been approached by a lot of major sponsors recently, which is crazy. Like, none of them really in the sports betting realm. Like, big, real companies. Like, that have, like, you know, major TV campaigns with major spokeswomen. Crazy, man. Like, none of them are sports books like everybody else. It's crazy. These are, like, bigger companies. But anyways, we would take sports books, depending on who they were. Not BetUS because they stole my money, but outside of them, well, there's a bunch of them that have thrown us out so we could rub it in their face, haven't they? Well, not them either. Not them either. It's like when Joe started doing her own thing, and people said, "Oh, you're just doing that to piss Mitch off," and she said to them, "If I only picked guests that didn't piss Mitch off, I would have no guests." Which was, I thought, a great answer. I always liked Joe. I did. I mean, I know she wasn't popular on this show, and our audience didn't care for her much, but I always liked her personally. I always thought she was pretty cool, except after the fact when she was not cool, right? She became like a jerk. Like, what an asshole. That was an asshole move. Funny. Been almost a year since she's
gone. Over a year.
Is it? No, I think May.
I think so, yeah.
No.
I think it was like May.
Was it May?
May. It was May.
Something like that.
I remember she was here at least for the national championship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember those poor rating numbers and poor sales numbers. remember them well. Like I said, never anything. For me, it was never anything personal. She's the one that made it something personal afterwards. That's okay. You don't want to be in it with a name caller. And I think I've done a pretty good job. I think I've done a pretty good job restraining myself in that arena.
Yes.
Well, it's because actually I personally liked her. I thought she was really a nice person. You know, underneath it all, she just acted like an asshole afterwards. You know, just whatever. I think that's part of why we liked her.
The charm.
Yeah. Kind of that snarky.
Redeeming quality.
Yeah, it is a redeeming quality. It's in a snarky, condescending way. It's like in my business meetings when I remind everybody, it's like, they're like, yeah, but it's like, this person won't do business with us if Mitch continues to talk to them in the way. I'm like, well, we got to find another alternative because I don't like my chances here, Like, I've been fired from every job I've had. Jay Briggs, yo, what's up? Jay Briggs has yet to invite me to be on the Jam Section afternoon show either. It's like more snubbing. I'll have to put that in my file of rejection letters. It's like
Snubbing.
Jay's like 3 weeks in, he hasn't even not even a whiff of. Hey, you want to come on the show once in a while? Nah, it's like I'm good. It's like, Jay, you want me to come on? Nah, it's all right. It's kind of. It's kind of like at the ice cream.
Nothing like a snub.
It's like if I had a friend that owned an ice cream store. You need me to help out on Tuesday? Nah, I'm good.
I can't afford to take that kind of financial hit. Chase done nothing short of putting. Chase done nothing short of putting in like when he drops a note saying, "Hey, anyone want to be on the jam session day?" And he's done everything short of, "Hey, everyone except Mitch. Do you want to be on the
Actually, I would go on today, but I can't. I have. So listen to this. I have to travel, and I realized when I traveled this week is I haven't bought pants since 2013.
No.
So it's like while they fit, it's like, and even though I only wear them every once in a blue moon, number one, they're way out of style, and some of them are not in the best shape. Kind of like they sitting in the closet, clothes like all my like white dress shirts have like a yellow tinge to them. It's not good.
Right.
Not a good look. So I gotta go. I'm going to the mall. I'm gonna get some pants.
My ankles ain't been covered since 2014.
It's like they're gonna look at my charts and be like, "You haven't bought pants." It's like,
pants.
What are those pants you're wearing?
You're going to get a call from the card company going, "Hey, someone's buying pants on your credit card here."
Yeah.
Well, last time, it's funny. I went to Ohio and I went to the funeral, and I wore the shoes that I bought with Ruffalo, and they were so comfortable. These shoes, I don't know what all we did the whole time was gave the saleswoman like. I mean, it was probably her worst. It was probably her worst day of work in history, and but I ended up with the most comfortable pair of shoes. I mean, these things are like walking on pillows. They are just they're more comfortable than my running shoes. They're unbelievable. I hadn't worn them in a long time. Man, they're nice. But anyways, let's get to some games here. Before I lose my pants. Sorry, sir. The pants.
The card company calling you, sir. There's been some fraudulent activity on your card. Somebody appears to be buying pants.
Is that a chino in your bag? Or are you just glad to see me?
Oh, no.
It's like, I don't own, and the whole thing is, I don't own anything remotely dressy, like as far as pants go. I only have jeans. I don't even have a pair of dress pants. Not even one.
Leave the chinos out of this.
It's like, I'm sorry I'm underdressed at the funeral. It's like, we're just happy that you're here. That's what they say when we know. Yeah, we know you are. Montreal against the Hurricane. Pittsburgh against Columbus. Tampa Bay versus Philly. And the Devils against Toronto. Chris, who else besides the Devils do you like here?
Actually, funny enough, I do like the Devils today.
Of course you do. I mean, how could you not?
I mean, I'm going rule of happiness on that one. If the Devils win, I get paid. If the Leafs win, at least the Leafs fan gets his win today. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the Devils in that one. I don't know. Someone just feels off about the Leafs right now. They just placed Ryan O'Reilly on long-term injured reserve. He was the prize that they got at the trade deadline, and now he's out. And at least it looks he's out until the playoffs. So I'm going to go with the over 6 in the Flyers and Lightning. Both these teams are struggling to keep the puck out of the net right now, and I think Tampa Bay he's going to come out firing a little bit offensively after being humiliated by Carolina on the weekend, 6-0. I think we see a solid effort here from the Lightning. I think we do enough to get up and over 6 goals, so I'm going to take the over with Lightning and Flyers.
Chris, you ready for some words of wisdom?
Hit me.
All right, we're going to sit back and relax and listen to this one. Rod, what's the difference between slacks and pants?
Between slacks and pants.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking for a nice slack. I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna kick back
for something a nice slack. Like, is there a difference?
Well, you're gonna wear white shirts, so you want some black slacks, right?
Well, what are slacks? What's the difference?
It's the material, isn't it? It's the material that's in the pant.
Like, what qualifies? What's in the slack? Like, what would qualify like as a slack versus a pant? What about dungarees? Whatever happened to dungarees?
Dungarees. Oh, I forgot about dungarees.
I haven't seen dungarees in a while.
What about breeches?
The return of the dungaree. But slacks are like
breeches,
a thinner pant.
Are breeches pants or are those underpants?
They might be underpants, might be, but slacks are thin. Like up here in Canada, slacks are not a good pant because you're gonna freeze your butt, and if you're not wearing long johns,
so all slacks are pants.
Yeah, they are pants,
but not all pants are slacks.
But not all pants are slacks.
You're right, because I just find slacks are very thin. They're a thin pant. They're not made for warmth. That's for sure. They're made for dressing. They're a slim, shiny, thin pant. It's not like a jean.
There it is.
Thick.
Slacks are any pants on the dressy side, but are not made to be part of a suit. Suit pants versus dress pants are strictly designed to be part of a suit and should never be worn separately. Dress pants / slacks thus occupy a solid spot in business casual and semi-formal camps. Which just shows that no one here dresses business casual or semi-formal. All right, we seldom wear pants. Anyway,
we do seldom wear pants.
Rod, what do you like in this segment? I knew we were going to learn something today. I knew it.
Yeah, something new. Learn something new every day. So for me, this one, I'm going to go with the Flyers here plus the puck and a half. You look at them on the road, 21-11 to that puck line on the road. I think this is a 1-goal game. I don't know if Tampa Bay will be angry, but how angry are they going to be? I don't know. I think this Flyers team can keep it a 1-goal game. So we go the Flyers plus the puck and a half there. I like the over in Pittsburgh and Columbus. I think goals come early and often. The way this Columbus D gives up the goals, I think the Penguins take advantage there, and we get over the 6.5 in that one.
Now,
what you like?
Slacks versus khakis. Khakis are brownish casual cotton men's pants with a baggy cut. Most slacks have a tighter fit, come in various colors, and are far more dressy than khakis. You could not wear khakis for semi-formal events, but I can wear slacks or a dress pant.
Yes.
Nice.
Get away with slacks.
I'm also in the market for dress socks. That's another thing I haven't bought since before 2013. Like, I own 0 pairs of dress socks. I was wearing low cut, like black socks with my dress shoes.
Cut off.
Yeah. I own 0 pair of dress socks. 0. I'm looking at maybe 3 pair of dress socks, like 6 socks total. I think today. Solid half dozen. All exactly the same, so mix and match. I'm not gonna sit there and play the sock game. That's for damn sure. Life's too short.
You can mix it up. You're gonna have mix and match socks. Or you're gonna have like just one all solid black dress sock.
Well, it depends what kind of slacks I get, Rod.
Yeah.
But I mean, I gotta get jeans. I gotta get everything, man. It's like, oh man, I'm in trouble. But I am taking. I am gonna take the Devils here against the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs 38-17, 21 games over, but certainly not playing like it. Devils are the better team. We're getting some value here. Some big dogs here. Columbus, just don't know. I think puck line worth a lean on Columbus, getting the goal and a half, and Montreal as well, getting the goal and a half, lean. I just think that those are pick-em games for puck line, and you're getting enough in the odds department to make it worth it. I think Columbus has the edge on the puck line against Pittsburgh, but the other one, that one probably more likely. But the other one, Montreal, I mean, this is a coin flip, as far as the puck line goes. Panthers versus Vegas, Islanders versus Buffalo, and Smudge versus Calgary. Chris, when's the last time you bought pants?
I gotta think about that one. A little while ago. Not
Oh, man.
20.
Oh, we got another question. We'll save this one for Rod. Go ahead.
Okay. For me it wasn't 2013, but it's been a few months. But for me, I like Vegas here. I get the plus money against Florida. They're just playing the better hockey right now. Aiden Hill doing a great job as the number one in Vegas between the pipes, and Florida just playing inconsistent hockey right now. So I think all the value here is with Vegas and the plus money in that one. I also like the Buffalo Sabres and the plus money against the Islanders. This Buffalo Sabres team just continues to be lights out on the road. Though it is a tough spot for the Sabres, but I still like Buffalo plus money in that one. And I like the Minnesota Wild at home against the Flames. I think Minnesota finds a way to get the job done in that one and send the Flames crashing back down to earth after their win yesterday.
All right, Rod, we left this group out. Trousers. Now, trousers, yes. Trousers.
Aren't trousers got to come with suspenders, too?
No, trousers, actually, the main difference between slacks and trousers is that slacks fall into the category of trousers. Khakis, chinos, jeans, pants, and slacks fall under the term trousers. And, of course, if you're from the UK, you'll most likely refer to slacks as trousers.
I always think of trousers that the old guy's got them up and they're just below his nipples, and he's got them hiked up so much, and then he's got the suspenders. I thought those were trousers.
I'm only going to refer to them as trousers going forward. I'm going to the store to purchase some trousers. Trouser shopping. Yes. Can I help you? I'm looking for a few pairs of trousers. Okay. Sounds better. Sounds like that's if I can get someone to help me.
Well, yeah, because once they start helping you with pants, and then they'll try to sell you belts, and usually
good.
the belts and the socks and all the accessories.
I got so many
with
belts. I'm in. I'll get a belt.
Yeah,
I'm easy.
Yeah,
help me,
that's usually what
buy.
they do.
That's fine. Help me, I'll buy.
Yeah, because then they'll answer, do you have a pant? You have a belt? You don't want your pants falling down now.
As long as it matches my trousers, I'm fine.
As long as exactly.
All right, Rod, what do you like in this set?
In the set of games here, I like the over in Vegas and Florida. I think goals come early and often in this one. You look at Bobrovsky. I think they give him a rest here. He's played 8 straight games for Florida. Good chance he sits out this one, and we get some goals, a pile of them. So we go the over there. And then Buffalo and the Islanders. Buffalo on the back-to-back. I don't trust Buffalo on no back-to-back. They're 24 and 50 on the back-to-back. And the Islanders have won 10 straight as home favorites versus this Buffalo team. So I'll take the Islanders in that one in this grouping. And, of course, I'm going to take the Wild as well. We took them before last time. They just played. Calgary got no goals against Minnesota. And the way Minnesota's been playing D, take the Wild in that one.
Calgary really choking down the stretch here. I'm going to go with a big parlay here. I'm just going to take the big odds. I'm going to take Vegas on the puck line as a dog and parlay it up with Buffalo on the puck line here. Mild dogs, but just parlay them together on the puck line. It's better than that person that said, what about Gonzaga on the money line yesterday? Well, 14.5-point favorites. So if you bet 14,
yeah, what was it? It was minus 1,200.
Well, if you bet $1,430, you win $100.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. That means if you're betting $100, divide it by 14, and that's what you're going to win. 100 divided by 1430. What is that, Chris?
What is it? 140? What's right?
100 divided by 1,430. Oh, by 14.3. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, it's like less than 7.
Yeah, like less than $7 if you bet 100. Avalanche versus the Shark. You think they'll jump the Sharks? Kraken versus the Ducks, and the Blues versus Coyotes. I'm all over the Blues today. All over them. I'm all over the Blues.
I'm going to stick with the Seattle Kraken. I'm probably going to take them on the puck line. I just want no part of the Anaheim Ducks. You know, they're 17-17 on the puck line on the road, but this Kraken team is just a far better team. Anaheim, I think, going to start to mail it in and play for some ping pong balls down the stretch. They've got a tough back-to-back lined up here after this playing the Canucks, so I'm going to go with the Seattle Kraken on the puck line in that one.
All right. Go ahead and do that.
And for me, in these ones, I like the Sharks here. I'm going to take the Sharks plus the puck and a half here, as the Avs have failed to cover the puck line following overtime game in 8 straight, and Colorado is awful, giving up goals left and right, and definitely not looking like the champs, that's for sure. And I think the Sharks keep it close if they don't outright Colorado in that one. And I'm going to go with the Desert Dogs at home here. They play their better hockey at home at Mulder Arena, and I don't trust the Blues. I think the Blues are mailing it in. Give me the Desert Dogs plus money in that one over the Blues.
Taking the Blues. Betting tools say take the Blues. Betting tools say. What did they say? I did it on my show. Arizona's lost 6 in a row in the underdog role. They make it lucky 7 tonight. Nice trousers. Go to the NBA. A lot of people liked Ruffalo being the host. Gotta tell you. A lot of compliments.
I tried not to leave too much of a butt groove in your chair.
Fine, yeah, you're right. More than welcome to it. Believe me, I'd love to sleep in. Trust me on that one, man. I'd love to sleep in and actually have a life. Maybe get an early tea time or something. Man, that would be nice. Orlando versus the Bucks. We'll have to switch around this summer. Detroit versus Washington. Knicks versus Hornets. And the Timberwolves versus the Sixers. Is Embiid not playing in that game? Is that what's going on there? Because the Timberwolves are favored and they shouldn't be favored against anybody. Or is Towns back or something? I don't know. Something's going on. Someone knows something.
I don't see any news about Joel Embiid.
Could be Towns.
I'm looking. Says he's still out until mid-March.
It's almost mid-March.
Harris or Tucker are questionable for this game for the 76ers. Embiid's in, Maxi's in, Harden's in.
I like the Sixers.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the Knicks here. Just a hot hand right now. You can't really go against the Knicks. I know you got to pick your spot to go against them, but against the Charlotte Hornets, who clearly mailed it in, they're just waiting for the season end. The Knicks done a good job beating up on teams at home. They beat Brooklyn by double digits twice at home. They beat the Celtics by double digits. I think the Hornets should be no problem for the Knicks, so I'll lay the points with the Knicks in that one.
Rod?
And for me, in this time slot, I like the Bucks here. The Bucks have been rolling on the road, 8-0 ATS their last 8 road games. Well, the Magic at home definitely haven't fared so well. 0-4 ATS at home have this Magic. So I'll take the Bucks in that one. And the other one I like the under in the Wizards and Detroit. You look at the Wizards, 5-1 to the under following an ATS loss. Detroit 5-1 to the under in their last 6 and the last 9 meetings. 7-2 to the under. Take the under in that one. And I look at the 76ers here. 76ers are 7-3 in their last 10 off of 0 days rest. Well, you look at these Timberwolves. Sure, they might be rested, but off of 2 days rest, they're only 4-10 ATS off of 2 days rest.
There's also the suck factor there on Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota, yuck, right? Yeah. And they're also 1-4 ATS following
Screw them.
7.
I'm so sick of them. I'm so over the Timberwolves, man. This is my year without Timberwolves. I'm so done with those guys. Good. So over them. This is my year without Timberwolves, man. I don't even mention them in my prop or anything, man. I never. We just don't even talk about them. We just pretend that they didn't happen. The only thing we say is, like, if I get stuck on the rotation and I get the Timberwolves video, we just say, you know what? Towns is out. That's it. Even with them, they stink.
Jay wants to bet a hat, I think.
I got a good idea. Let's trade D'Angelo Russell. That'll be good for us. It's like we only traded the number 1 overall pick to get him. It's like, I mean, come on. It's like, we have Wiggins. He's not good enough for us. We'll let him go to the Warriors and win a ring. It's like, it's really good. He's the number 1 overall pick, equally as touted as any number 1 overall there's ever been, right? Remember when Wiggins was coming out? It's like, oh, everybody wanted Wiggins. Kansas, right? You had the whole thing going on. You had it all going on. Wiggins. It was exactly like how it is for all these guys. Cade Cunningham. Bigger than Cade Cunningham or Banchero. Way bigger, way more. Wiggins was the guy. He was the guy that year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was no doubt that he was going to be the number 1 overall pick. Not good enough for them.
Nope.
They got him from somebody else, right? Somebody else took him. Evan Turner. Yeah, I remember Evan Turner. What about him? Mills is going to start trash talking again. Here it comes. Here it comes. Next comes Greg Odom. Here comes Greg Oden
out of this. He's been through enough.
Cleveland is who took Wiggins. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And then who did they get for him? Was it a draft day trade? And traded him to the Timberwolves before his debut.
Huh?
Who did Andrew Wiggins get picked over? Joel Embiid was taken 3rd. But Embiid was sat a year. I mean, he was way banged up.
He had like a broken foot that entire year.
But the Timberwolves traded him to the Warriors. Remember that dunk last year? Oh man, the rim's still bouncing around from that thing. That was like the dunk of the century, right? That was crazy. That was like one of the best dunks ever. Who did he dunk on? Was it in the finals, that dunk against the Celtics?
That's going to bug me until I think of it.
I think it was. It was like he did that dunk and it was over. The dunk of the playoffs. Here it is. I'm watching it. I think it's over Tatum. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it was over Tatum. Oh, no, it's against Dallas. It's over Luka. Oh, man. It was Luka. Oh, my God. He just posterizes him. It's like he kind of throws an elbow there in Luka's chin. Oh my God. May 22nd, 2022. We'll have to celebrate that. I'm going to put that on my Google Calendar that we'll revisit that dunk on May 22nd. Jay's like, I remember that dunk. That was a crazy dunk.
It was a rainy day in Petersville.
Oh, man. Where are we at? My turn? Rod, did you go?
I went, yeah.
All right, I like the 76ers against the Timberwolves. We've avoided the Timberwolves for most out of the conversation. I'll also take the Knicks. I gave out the Knicks on, what was the drive-through last week? Everyone bashed me in the green room before, saying that they were on the other side of that thing. I didn't even, I don't know what everyone else has, so I don't know that. I wouldn't have given it out, even though the Knicks won outright. Something like that. How about the Magic getting points at home against the Bucks? What do you think of that one? Did anyone say anything about that? I like the Magic.
I took the Bucks.
I'll take the Magic.
I like the Bucks. Bucks 8-0 ATS. Their last 8 on the road, and the Magic 0-4 ATS. Their last 4.
I wouldn't put your slacks on it. You'll end up with no trousers whatsoever.
No pants.
That's oh boy.
That's right.
You ever stay like at a roadside hotel that serves breakfast in the lobby? And like people come down in their pajamas and are eating breakfast down there in their robes. It's like, what is going on here?
What is going on
it's
here?
Like,
yeah.
It's like I'd sleep in my boxers. I took my
You
pants
got
off.
the guy that's in the
It's
gray
like, well,
t-shirt.
as long as we're all getting comfortable here.
So I remember I was at a Days Inn, and there was some guy that came down in a gray t-shirt and those red and green flannel pajama pants.
Yeah.
Came down, was sitting eating his breakfast, and then he dropped syrup on his shirt, and he threw his fork and knife down. Like, what am I gonna do now? I've never seen anybody get that physically angry about dropping a sausage on their shirt. Sorry. Memories.
Those are the ones.
Those are the days.
Rockets versus the Nets. Thunder versus Warriors. Mavericks versus the Jazz. And the Lakers versus Memphis. I gotta say, I've been taking the Mavericks more than 5 times all season. I'll take them tonight against the Jazz. The Jazz have packed it in. I think it's gonna be a track meet. I like the over as well. Same game parlay. Wow, the over's up now to 237.5. Should be 273.5.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the Jazz. Give me the Jazz in that one.
Jazz hands.
Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. I tell you, every time they get a decent sized number like this, between 5 and 9 points, they don't cover these numbers. I think they're 3-18 and 2 when they're laying between 5 and 9 points this year. So, give me the Jazz plus the points. I think the Mavs probably win that game, but they haven't been solid enough defensively for me to feel comfortable laying 9 points with them. So, take the Jazz plus the points in that one, and I'll go with the Lakers laying the point against the Grizzlies. There's just too much going on with the Grizzlies right now for me to feel comfortable backing them, especially on the road where they haven't played their best basketball all season. Lakers are desperate. They're only a half game out of the play-in spots. I think the Lakers show up to play tonight and get the job done. So give me the Lakers there.
All right, Rod.
I like the over in Golden State and OKC. I don't think a whole lot of defense is going to be playing that one. That one's going to be a track meet. Open 241 up to 243. I think we get into the 250s in that one. Take the over there. And I agree. I'm going to go with the Jazz here as well. I don't trust Dallas to cover 9 points to get a 10-point win. No thanks. I'll take the Jazz plus the points there. Not bad on the road. 17 and 14 ATS. Yeah, Jazz.
All right. I like the Mavericks in the over.
Dallas burned me too many. too
Yeah,
much.
they've roasted everybody, but I'm taking them here.
Oh, yeah.
This is their spot. They don't cover here. They're never going to cover again. I also like the Nets. Busting up the Rockets. Busting. All right. Move on to college hoops. Also open up the comments and mic for the airing of grievances. Anyone got anything general they feel like complaining about? It's a good time to do it. Just get it all out of your system. We're not going to ride the train to negative town. We're just going to get it all out there in the open.
We're just going to make a stop and open the doors. Air it out for a stop for 2 minutes.
Well, people are ringing the bell. Anyways, college hoops. We've got I think this is the best week of college hoops of the year. I know the NCAA tournament is great, and I'll be in Vegas next week. But I think that this week though is the better week. Like when I had the place out in Vegas, I'd go for this week and next week. I'd do both. This is the better because this is way more game. I mean, tomorrow's schedule is crazy already. Richmond all over UMass early. I like UMass in that one. Davidson. Oh, that's today. Richmond versus UMass. We missed it.
It's off.
St. Joe versus Loyola Chicago. Florida State versus Georgia Tech. Cal Baptist versus Abilene Christian. BC versus Louisville. LaSalle versus Rhode Island. Mount St. Mary's versus Canisius. Grand Canyon versus Texas Arlington. UMass versus UNH. Texas A&M Commerce versus McSneeze. Chris.
Commerce or Corpus Christi?
Corpus Christi.
Okay, that's what I was like. Okay, because I was like, don't tell me I capped the wrong game. I like that Texas A&M Corpus Christi in that one. The Islanders have just been one of the best teams in the Southland pretty much all season long, and I think they're going to flex some muscle till they beat up on McNeese. I think they beat McNeese by double digits now, and so I'll take Texas A&M Corpus Christi there. I also like Abilene Christian. Now laying 2.5 against Cal Baptist. The line completely flipped, and I think for good reason. I think Abilene Christian just the better team. They've won both all-time meetings against Cal Baptist, and I just like I said, I don't want any part of Cal Baptist in that one. So give me Abilene Christian, the more proven team. I think they get the job done there. And I'm going to lay the points with Boston College. Just not getting enough points to consider Louisville in this spot. Was surprised to see that BC was actually so close to 500 in conference play. Wouldn't necessarily think it with Boston College, but they played pretty well this season. I think Louisville's just ready for the season to end. So take Boston College there.
But Louisville looked so good in their last tournament they played in Maui. They didn't? Oh, okay. Remember that? Who did they play? Was it Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, 70-37 or something like that.
It was like there was a lot of ass slapping going on.
Texas Tech used all their ass slapping in the one game because they crapped the bed once they got into conference.
They did. Rod, any of these you like?
In these ones here, I like the Ramblers and St. Joe's to go under the total. If you look at the Ramblers, 5-1 to the under in their last 6 following an ATS win, and St. Joe's 4-0 to the under following a straight up win. Defensive battle on our hands in that one. I think the under 143.5 there. I like Georgia Tech here to whoop up on Florida State. Florida State, not good team at all, awful. And Georgia Tech's been turning it on and rolling 6-4, 8-1 ATS their last 9. While Florida State 2-8 ATS. I think they pound Florida State in that one. And you know what? I'm going to go the other way. I think Louisville has played there. I think they keep it close. Comes down to the last possession in that one. I know Louisville looked awful way back in that Hawaii tournament. That was months ago.
No, it wasn't.
7
It
and
was
3
only
in their last
November.
10.
It was November.
That's months ago.
All right.
They're playing a little better since then. I'll take Louisville plus the 5.5 there. I think Boston College wins by 2.
No problem.
And then the other one I like here, I also like UMass Lowell here over New Hampshire. You know, both meetings they easily won. Last time out, US won by 30 plus from the Wildcats. 3-8 ATS in their last 11 versus a team with a better than 600 winning percentage. And UMass Lowell is just rolling 5-0 ATS in their last 5. And they easily have New Hampshire in that. A few I like it in that time spot.
I like Rhode Island against LaSalle. I would not lay a point, point and a half a point, 0 points, anything with LaSalle, especially in this tournament where the Dogs win every single game. I'm gonna take Rhode Island, Archie Miller, to get the win over Dunphy in that one. I like Boston College against Louisville. I like the way the BC looked last year in the ACC tournament, and I think that kind of carries over into this year's tournament. While Louisville looked like crap in the only tournament that we've seen them in, and while it was a long time ago, they've only won 4 games since then. So it's not like they've been killing it. They have been covering some spreads, but I don't think they cover here. I also like Mount St. Mary's against Canisius. I think Mount St. Mary's, any team that can drain the threes like that, going to be dangerous in a tournament scenario. Take Mount St. Mary's. Vermont against Binghamton. Fairfield versus St. Peter's. It's the Peacocks. Virginia Tech against Notre Dame. Charleston versus Wilmington. Charleston doesn't win this tournament. They are not getting in the big dance. Cleveland State versus Northern Kentucky. This is the Horizon final. So you got 2 finals there. And then you got Merrimack taking on Fairly Disinterested. And what a year for Fairly Disinterested. I mean, you could say 19-14 and all that other stuff, but for them to even make it to this game, who would have picked that? I mean, nobody, you know. This is really like nobody would have picked them. You look at the Palm rankings things, Fairly Disinterested is like 346th, you know, even with this record. So imagine what they would have been, what they normally do. Montana versus Northern Arizona, the Jacks. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take my shot with Fairly Disinterested plus the points. And to go back to your point, 315th is where they are in the Ken Palm rankings. So, yeah, this is definitely a nice surprise for Fairleigh Dickinson this season. But even though they're making the NCAA tournament, regardless of this result, I still think they show up to play. I think they want to win this conference championship. I think they want to win this tournament. And I just don't feel like laying points with Merrimack in a game that could come down to the last shot. So, give me the 4.5 points with Fairleigh Dickinson there. I like the points with Cleveland State. I just think Cleveland State's the better team. I think Northern Kentucky, in that game against Youngstown, I think Youngstown lost that game. I didn't think Northern Kentucky won. I just think Youngstown State buried themselves in a hole early on, and just couldn't get out of it. So I think Cleveland State the better team there. I think Cleveland State gets the win. And I'm going to take the points with UNC Wilmington. I think Charleston wins, but I think UNC Wilmington makes the game of it. So give me UNC Wilmington plus the points.
I'm going Fairly Disinterested against Merrimack. Like I said, I think it's pretty amazing that they made it to this point, and I think you got to give them credit where credit is due. And the fact that the line was only 4.5 and sat at 3.5 pretty much all night when the big bettors would have been going at it and the sharps, just shows you. I think there's some faith here in Fairly Disinterested. I'm on them too. I'm a believer. If they get into the NCAA tournament, I mean, they're going to be a 16 seed and they're going to be playing Kansas or I'm going to imagine it's going to be the number one overall will be playing against a play-in game. Is the way that they do it, but they'll be up against one of those number one seeds, and we're gonna see all kinds of point spreads. We'll see 30s, but they'll be there.
They are in the tournament.
Fairly Disinterested.
Yeah, because Merrimack's still transitioning from D2, so they don't qualify if they win the tournament.
Really? So they're in automatically, or doesn't the regular season champ get in?
Yeah, whoever won the semifinal between it was I think St. Francis and Fairleigh Dickinson won the bid to the tournament. That's why Fairleigh Dickinson was celebrating when they won the semifinal.
Wow. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, so they're already in.
Oh man.
So this is Merrimack's big dance. So I think they roll Fairly Disinterested in this one. I really do. I faded Merrimack early this season, and they've turned it on late. They've won 10 straight. And
I've been on Merrimack a ton this year.
Not early in the season. They were awful. I remember fading them. Usually I was, but they were awful. But the last 10, they've been rolling right along. 10 winners of 10 straight, and 7-3 ATS. I think they roll Fairly Disinterested in this one. So I'm going to go with Merrimack in that one. And the other one I like UNC Wilmington plus points. That's way too many for Charleston to be covered.
You said that.
They're not winning.
No,
Chris did.
That was me.
All right.
Those are the two I like out of that time spot.
Okay. Rod's got his panties in the jumble.
Nope.
Pant show. How do you think you do? I think they're riding up.
They see me rolling.
Huh. I like Fairleigh Dickinson against Merrimack. Got Oral Roberts against North Dakota State. St. Mary's versus the Zags. Cal State Bakersfield versus Northridge. Manhattan versus Marist. Northwestern State versus New Orleans. Privateers. Tarleton State versus the Stephen F. versus the Eggs. Montana State versus Weaver State. I tried to slide it by him there. Is Easter like their day? Like, you don't want to play them on Easter, man. Yes. Long Beach State against Cal Poly. What up, Beaches? I love that bit.
It's a little bit bittersweet for me because I think this is the last time we can call them the Eggs this season, or at least it's the last time we can reference the Eggs this season. I think Stephen, I'm going to lay the 1.5. Stephen F. Austin. I think Utah Tech's getting fried in that game. I also like the Vaqueros against Tarleton State. UTRGV, they won both meetings in the regular season, and Tarleton, they haven't really played any similar level of competition in the last 2 weeks. They had a subdivision opponent, and then they had the forfeiture against New Mexico State to close out the year, and they haven't played basically anybody in D1 since February 25th. UTRGV, they haven't played in a week either, but I don't know. I think that's going to be a little bit of extra rust for Tarleton State to try to overcome here. And 7.5 just feels like too many for a game that I think comes down to comes down to free throws late. So I'll take UTRGV plus the points in that one.
Vaqueros. Rod?
For me, in these ones, I like New Orleans. The Privateers here, they've been rolling right along, 6-4 in their last 10, and 7-3 ATS in their last 10. 8-2 ATS following a straight up win, while the Demons here 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games. I like New Orleans to keep this close, so take New Orleans plus the points in that one. And what up, Beaches? Gonna take Long Beach. I think they double digit Cal Poly again. They double digit them both meetings, and Cal Poly with 18 straight losses. And Long Beach 5-1-1 ATS their last 7 neutral site games. Beaches win by 10+.
I like Stephen F. over the Eggs. I like Northwest State over the Privateers as well. I just think New Orleans, they did it last night. You know, that was their game. They kind of got, you know, I had them first half last night, and then they actually won the whole freaking thing. But
won outright.
Yeah, they've been a crap show all season. I like St. Mary's against the Zags. I think that St. Mary's has put together this team, recruited for 4 years. I think that they've, you know, circled it on their calendar and everything else right here, right now. And this is their day. And if they don't win it today, they're never going to win it. How about that? Today is their day. They split the season series, the home team winning each one. The one at St. Mary's, Gonzaga had it. I mean, they had them beat. St. Mary's came back and got it to overtime, but not here, man. Not tonight. This is St. Mary's outright money line, reverse, all that other stuff. I think they beat them. Probably going to be fairly close, but like I said, man, they don't beat them here. They're never going to beat them. This is their best chance they've had in a decade or more. I think they got them in this one. This is a soft Gonzaga team. These are softies. That's about it. All right, parlay time. Zags, bro. Not your bro, and no on the Zags.
I'm going to take, for my parlay, I'll go with Stephen F. Austin, and I'll go with Cleveland State, and I'll go with Fairleigh Dickinson plus the points.
For me, I'm going to go with the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line. We're going to take the under between the Wizards and Detroit, and we're going to lay the points with Long Beach. Little mixed sport.
St. Mary's on the money line for me, along with the Devils and Boston College. And I'll throw in a Rhode Island kicker. 4 teams. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Chris, Rod, keep your pants to yourself. Have a great day.